All right, I'm going to take a look at the tech stocks, the big tech names, mostly US stocks, probably a few Canadian names. First, let's take a look at Apple. I drew this out a long time ago, this resistance area and this trend line support area. It held this support area right to the T. 4 times tested it and didn't break. The bulls showed a lot of strength there, and then it just was squeezing because I'm sure a lot of bears were thinking and hoping this level was going to break, and it didn't happen. It was a full-on rejection, and the bulls showed up, and they're just squeezing the bears right now. We're getting a higher low week after week after week, getting a slight pullback this week from the high, but we're still higher than last week. A little bit of an indecision candlestick, but we got a lower wick of buying the dip. It's still showing strength. There's no volume spike on the upside. So there's no suggestion that this move is over with yet. There was a little bit of a fake out today. Broke yesterday's high with an upper wick of profit taking. Quite a bit of bull volume the last few weeks. So we might get a little bit of a cool off here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a cool off as it was getting a little bit overextended, overbought on the RSI. And a little too far from the 4-period moving average on the weekly over here. So I wouldn't be surprised you get a cool off. But overall, the chart still looks good, and it still could potentially head to this upper resistance area around the $155 mark in the coming months. Let's take a look at Amazon. Still breaking out, still above those highs. We're getting a pullback today. I think it was a needed pullback. It got a little too overextended on the weekly. It needs to create a lower wick. We might get a little bit more of a dip and then look for a lower wick to form and bulls to buy that dip because the stock is still strong. A little bit of a fake out today. I wouldn't be surprised you get more of a pullback, but on that pullback, I would be looking for bulls to buy that dip as this stock is overall all bull. You had this double bottom, little cup and handle here, breakout. All-time highs, we're just looking to set a higher low, possibly above 36.20, possibly above there before potentially rocketing back up and even higher. Overall, chart's looking good. No clear red flags there for longer-term bulls. For short-term bulls, I think we could see a little bit more of a pullback, and then I think the bulls will show up to buy that dip. Let's take a look at Facebook. Consolidating nice right above the $350 mark. No red flags here. Looks like a potential bull flag is forming on the weekly. Was a little bit overbought, but it's cooling off. No real red flags here. Triple topped around this area. Big upper wick of profit taking today, but no real sign that this is the top. No huge volume spike or anything other than this day. So we might get a little bit more of a pullback as bears are trying for that triple top. But overall, it's been consolidating nice above that $350 mark. It's riding that 4-week moving average quite nicely. A little bit of a bearish MACD cross on the daily. Doesn't look too concerning. Overall, I like this chart, and I like this stock. I think it has a long-term potential, this company. I don't like Facebook's customer service. That could improve a lot, but they generate a lot of money. Everybody uses Instagram. A lot of people have Facebook. These guys are making a lot of money, and it's needed to a lot of people and businesses. So I do think that stock will do well, and it's similar to Google. And look at Google's chart. And Google is worth around 1.7 to 1.8 trillion to my knowledge. And Facebook is in a very similar business to Google. I think Facebook's just over 1 billion. But these stocks look good overall. As for trading opportunities, nothing too exciting. But you look at these long-term charts, and it's all bull. Google is kind of overextended, but it's gotten overextended many times. See some pullback, some consolidation, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that. But overall, no red flags for the long-term Google bulls or tech bulls in general right now. all of the tech stocks that I just looked at are looking good. Microsoft included. NVDA included. Very similar. Healthy consolidation right now. It's supposed to split on July 19. No huge red flags right now. Bears are trying to get that lower high. Bulls, though, healthy consolidation. Broke the low of yesterday. No follow through. Little lower wick of buying the dip. Could consolidate nicely here and then head even higher. I'm not saying any of this is going to happen. What I'm saying is that as of now, on these charts, as far as I can see, there's no clear red flags. There's short-term, there's signs that we might get a little bit more of a pullback in the short term, but for the longer term, I don't see any red flags right now. Twitter was looking pretty good. Just keeping an eye on this one too, and it's been uptrending nice. Again, similar to a lot of these other stocks, are getting little double tops or little fake outs with upper wicks of profit taking. So just watch them as a whole because they tend to move together. Let's take a look at Shopify. Shopify, you want to be a little bit cautious of this potential little bearish head and shoulders. I don't think it is, but it looks possible. It looks like it needs to create more room to the upside. Right now, this upper Bollinger Band on the weekly is preventing it from going further. You can see every time it gets above that band, there's that upper wick of profit taking. It wants to go further, but that band has been getting in the way. So it might need to consolidate a bit more, let those bands expand, and create room to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at in terms of the tech stocks. I think those are the big names that I wanted to cover. I'll talk about some other stocks in some other videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. Please press that like button and check out my site, 10baggerstocks.com, and check out my Instagram, 10baggerstocks. See you guys.